Welcome into another edition of the Leadership Library, hosted by CEO and author Rocky Romanella. Rocky is the author of the book, Tighten the Lug Nuts, The Principles of Balanced Leadership, and has over 40 years of business experience as a prominent member of the UPS Supply Chain Solutions team, as well as the CEO of Unitech Global Services. So sit back, grab your notebook, and take a seat, and get ready for this edition of the Leadership Library.
Welcome to the Leadership Library podcast. I'm your host, Rocky Romanella. I know you've heard me say this often. Your people are your most important asset. And nothing is more important to an organization than having good quality people who have great retention. They work there because they enjoy working there. They feel valued. They may not always have the greatest days. They may not agree with everything that happens, but they don't disagree enough to leave. And so I'm going to talk about this as we're going through some difficult times hiring people. Many places have wanted signs up all over. Many places are having a hard time retaining people. Let's talk about the 5 ways to keep your top earners and employees when you can't offer them a raise or a promotion all the time. I think this is such an important topic because you're going to have those moments where you have good people, you spend time working with them, you believe they really want to be there inside your organization, but you may not always have that next raise available, and they're getting, in today's world, they're getting knocked on the door all the time saying, hey, we got a little more money for you, we got a different opportunity for you. And so how do you retain those people? So let's talk about how you keep your top earners and employees when you can't offer a raise or a promotion. There's 5 ways I believe that you can do that. One is you offer them more autonomy. And over the course of the next few episodes, we're going to talk about each one of these in detail. But first, let me lay out the 5 of them for you. Number 1 would be offer more autonomy. Number 2, offer them other ways to grow. Number 3, give them their time back. Time is such an important component. It's such a precious commodity. Time is, can you give back some of their personal time? Effectively resolve problems and offer a timeline. So those are the 5 that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about number 1 in a few minutes, but let me go through those again. Offer more autonomy, offer them ways to grow, give them their time back, effectively resolve problems, and offer them a timeline. So let's talk about offering more autonomy. Micromanaging and meddling can be the root of employee dissatisfaction and turnover. Micromanagers make their teams feel incompetent and powerless, which slowly chips away at their self-worth and productivity. Therefore, and simply understanding the psychological root of why an employee is craving a promotion isn't enough to give them what they're looking for. If you think about it for a second, they want the authority that goes with the responsibility. They want to feel valued. They want the ability to make decisions as long as you've given them the authority that goes with that responsibility. A high-achieving person could be looking for an advancement in their career because deep down they crave autonomy. They may not want that next level as much as they want that level because they believe that level will give them the right to make the decisions. And so I think these are the individuals that want to manage themselves. They want to make decisions. They want to take ownership of their work, and they want to avoid the micromanaging bosses. A good employee can manage themselves, their responsibilities, and their time effectively. So ultimately, make sure that their responsibility equals their authority. I think the other thing to always consider about that individual is they don't feel like they're valued if someone's always looking over their shoulder. Now, look, they're going to need help. They're going to make mistakes. So as a leader, understand you're going to make mistakes, make them small, make them fast, move on. So this idea of offering more autonomy could be a great way to retain that employee who's wants to make decisions, wants to own the decisions, is willing to take on more responsibility. They just need you to say it's okay to do that, and you give them the authority that goes with the responsibility. So in our 5 ways to keep the top earners and employees when you can't offer a raise or promotion, I think number 1, and one that I think starts off as the kind of leadoff hitter, is offer more autonomy inside your organization and don't be that micromanager. Until we talk again, be safe, and thank you for being a part of the Leadership Library podcast.
I wanna rock!